What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're all doing well today. We are back to business as usual. Hacking is done. Track tutorials are done. We're back on MX Bikes. We're back on the grind, and we're back making some normal videos for you. Today, unfortunately, because the submit button on MXB mods is still down, so we can't get new mods right now. I thought I'd just scroll back through the pages of time, just go back and look for all the previous tracks that released many, many years ago. And this is a track called Lockdown Pro, created by Jones797. And this was his first track release back in the day. And I remember, I don't know how many of you have been around since this came out. It was around August 2021. So almost, well, come up to 3 years ago now. I remember playing this track when it came out, and I absolutely hated it. And how naive of me. I think we've grown up a bit, we've matured since then, and I think we can now appreciate this track for just how unique and different to most other motocross tracks in this game are. I think the reason I hated it back in the day was because I was so racing focused. Just race, proper series, go as fast as possible, rather than trying to enjoy the game and just having some fun. Like, there's some very, very unique sections on this track with like triple step ups up here, just like the whole, not ladder system, you know what I mean, like step, step again. And it's very unique and very different. And when you scroll back and you look at the comments on this track, everybody enjoys it. Everybody loves it. Of course, texturing wise, it's very, very simple, but you have to remember that it is Jones's first track back in the day, and he's done a lot better and bigger stuff since then. And at the end of the day, it's the track that you ride, isn't it? It's not all about looks. So let's try and spin some laps. I want to try my very, very best to actually get a clean lap without crashing, which is going to be difficult to do. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into it.
For all of you passionate gamers, you can now get 20% off all G Fuel products worldwide by using code LINS at checkout. And for any of you motorheads looking for some new drip or apparel, use code MXPR_LINS15 fxrracing.eu to get 15% off. All links and codes are in the description down below. Enjoy the video and drop a cheeky little like and subscribe.
Boy, oh boy, have I missed just creating normal videos on this game. So yeah, all of my track building stuff is done now. The series is there from start to finish for everybody to enjoy. Looking at this straight away, so there's the long track. There is a Poposo Slow Physics Test Center over in the bottom corner. That would be very interesting to try out. And then there's also a shortened version within the same track itself. So the start gate, based on the pits, the start should be over in this direction. Now, I don't know off the top of my head if this track is soft soil or normal soil. We will find out as time goes on. But also, as we ride around, you'll also see just random jumps dotted here and there. Like, there's ramps in front of us, then downside this bridge looks really, really cool. And just kind of unique features you don't see on too many tracks anymore these days. So this is the start right here. I'm pretty sure it's around 40 gates. I mean, it looks very, very wide. It would surprise me if there wasn't at least 30 or so. And I'm just going to have to try and spin a lap or two here and just get used to things again. Now, I'm riding the Yami 450 today, just testing her out a little bit, just testing the waters, seeing if she's capable. I rode it a little bit the other night, solo. I don't know if that's the line. Hang on, there's another sign here. I probably would have missed that if I didn't crash. What's going on? What is going on here at the bottom left? Oh my goodness, what is going on here? We've got James up there. I don't even know if that is actually James or if they're just taking random pictures. I think that Jones at the top right as well. Guy below that. And oh, that's Westwall as well. I never knew what Westwall looked like. Does Westwall like a rage quit? I feel like Westwall's always a nice, respectful. Oh, I literally just saw my name. I didn't even genuinely did not know that existed until now. That is crazy. I mean, Victor probably is faster than Linz on some days, not going to lie. I'm pretty washed these days, if I'm being completely honest with you. But let's spin some laps here. Let's see what this is all about. If I remember, it's very, very quick. Very, very big sends. Although, this is big sends for back in 2021. The game's got a lot quicker since then. So, maybe the jumps might not be as difficult as they were. And I also believe back when this track first came out, I was a 250 rider rather than a 450. So, I don't even know if I've had the chance to ride a 450 around here. But way, way, way back then as well. I think this was just before we had the privilege of riding, like custom replica tracks every single week. So a lot of the series that we would do and races were held on custom tracks like this. And that is not a bad thing at all. I really do wish that we could kind of go back to those days every now and then, rather than everything being so serious all the time. But it was a weird time because everyone, the game wasn't as cracked as it is right now. I wish the game was as easy as it was back then, just in terms of raw speed. Everyone's just insane in the game now. So it was a little bit easier to do well, but it was still quite a difficult challenge to try and go as fast as possible on these more custom free-ridey type tracks. And I remember doing a race around here, and it was an absolute nightmare for me. Other people having the time of their lives. Me, I could not get my head around it not being your usual standard, like cookie cutter outdoors track. And I think this was also back when I just didn't know how to tackle a road at all. And quite weird thinking back at it now about how times change, because back when I first started playing around, I mean, I suppose I was playing this just in peak COVID time, so yeah, around COVID era. I mean, I don't know if that's where the inspiration of the name Lockdown came from, but I remember being really good at like my hot laps, and I'd do really well in the first half of races, and then when the erode would come in, I would absolutely fall apart. You know, the bike physics back then were a lot worse than they are now too. As soon as you'd get into a little bit of road, you'd be like all kinds of slow Boso physics all over the place, and I just didn't know how to handle it. And I remember throwing away so many possible moto wins back then just from being terrible in a road. And how times change, because I feel like now that's probably one of the things I'm better at on this game. When the tracks are incredibly difficult or, you know, super technical, that's kind of when I seem to shine over other people. So it's yeah, they're very different. We've come full circle at this point. The sheet up and over here, and the first lap that I've already done, by the way, I'm not sure. I guess I've got better in the game over the last couple of years, but I expected to be crashing a hell of a lot more than I am. And again, unless it is just because the game is easier these days, the bike's physics are a lot more stable. I mean, we've got some quite steep uphill jumps on this track, and if you can cast your mind back a year or so ago, before we had all these hill physics changes, going up that hill there, I would have been wobbling left, right, and centre. Get back on. There we go. He's had little extra touches here and there, so if you go around the outside in this corner, you can see on the berm here, or on jump, it just says the chicken line. So if you don't want to go up and over it, you can just go do-do-do, just go around here, take your time, nice and slowly, and I like that it's very slow as well. I'm guessing the timing gates allow you to do that. Maybe you get stuck on the hill or something, and you need to switch it up, but I like that it's an option. I like that it's a slower option as well. It'd kind of suck if it was allowed, but it was also quicker than just hitting the jump. So some incentive there if you are a chicken, of course. And we do need something a little bit more fantasy these days. I feel like we've obviously done replica tracks to death at this point. We need some creativity. We need some more fun stuff in the game to just be able to toss the bike around on. And I think I remember seeing one or two of the Freeride boys making edits on this track back in the day too, because there's just so many nice jumps. One thing that's very pretty is the skybox. I'm only just really paying attention to that. Look at that. That's a really, the whole way around, that's a really nice looking skybox. I'm jealous. Might have to try and steal one of those. Might have to slide in Jones's DMs at some point when I ever get around to making nationals tracks. That is going to be my plan, by the way. So now that I've only got one more arena cross track left to build, I will finish that one, and I'm going to try and learn some different tools. So obviously I use Photoshop a lot for templates for Supercross. It's just very easy, copy and paste, move stuff around. But I think I want to try and move away from that a little bit and try and broaden my horizons, try and improve skill-wise when it comes to track building to make just a better, higher quality product all around. So I'll move on to some nationals tracks. I'm probably going to do some replica tracks from the UK, and then when I burn myself out of making replica stuff, I'll probably try and dive into the world of just doing custom. But I feel like I lack imagination a little bit sometimes. I feel like I need to have some source material, but we'll see. We'll see as time goes on. And I just wanted to, like, if anybody has been going through that track building series, again, just stick with it. I know that the first one is not easy at all, but the more you do, the easier it will be, and the more techniques you'll pick up and learn along the way. And I mean, well done for anybody that does manage to make a track out of it. I have a feeling that we may get a bit of an influx of Supercross or Arena Cross tracks over the next coming month or so as people make their first ones. Yeah, nationals tracks are a whole different thing. That is all kind of manual and making your own jumps, making your own ruts everywhere, all your different turns. There's nothing really like samey about outdoors. They're all different to each other. Every jump is different, every corner's different, every rut is different. So there's no template for it, so to say. So you do need to kind of dive into that on your own. I'm afraid I can't help much more than that. Now, I need to call upon some of you guys right now because we're at that point in the month where, as usual, I need to think about me going away for a long weekend. So over the Easter holidays, I'm going to be away from Friday, and I think I'm back like midday Tuesday. So I'm going to miss Supercross on Friday, and I'm going to miss GPs on Monday. But what I need a little bit of help in is just like video ideas for whilst I'm away. Usually I'll have like 3 or 4 videos pre-recorded before I go. However, in light of the current circumstances with MXP mods being hacked, although the website is up and running again right now, we don't have anything new being submitted, and I don't know when that is going to be reinstated for now. So I kind of need a little bit of inspiration from you guys as well. Of course, I'll do my best to try and do some brainstorming of my own. If you do have any ideas, please do send them my way. I'll be more than happy to read through them all. I mean, I read all the comments anyway, so you may as well just slide 1 or 2 ideas down below that I could do currently with how the game is right now. Because I was strolling, obviously, whilst trying to find this track. I 100%, I'm sorry, I can 100% send that on top of there. I'm going to turn around. Yeah, whilst I was trying to find tracks like this to play, I was just scrolling through page after page after page. It's like, done this, like, done this track, done that track. This one's a little bit boring. This one's been played too much. And it's quite hard going back in time trying to find all of the old stuff that's still relevant. Don't think I'm going to get this time. Go on, stretch it. Dip the front. Oh, no! Final attempt, I promise. It all starts with how well I downside this. That's better. More drive, more drive, more drive, more drive. Stretch it. Add the brake. Oh, barely. I don't even know if that's meant to be the intended line there or if you are meant to go one shorter. I don't remember jumping that far back in the day, so who knows? OEM's OP, I guess. But yeah, give me some inspiration, boys. I kind of need your help more than ever right now, and I'm really looking for it. One idea that I want to do in the near future, which I'm trying to think of the logistics of, just because of how the game works and how servers work and trying to get it working in a very fluent nature, is I would like to do a live stream, and I'm throwing this idea out there before anybody steals it, so you know it came from me. I would like to do a straight rhythm cup, like a straight rhythm tournament, where we have, let's say, 20 or so people signed up. You put them in like a bracket system, and it's like best of 1s or best of 3s, or maybe best of 1s at the start, and then you get best of 3s when you get through to maybe like the semi-finals, etc. And I think that would just be really fun to do as a live stream. We could always cut that up and add that as a video as well. I'm just trying to think logistically of the best way of going about it, because how straight rhythm works in this game, unfortunately, like gate priority will come into play. So ideally, you only want 2 people in the server at any time. So trying to coordinate everybody to be in the right place at the right time and have the correct 2 people joining servers will be a little bit of a challenge, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I'm trying to brainstorm the best way of doing it. I think I might make just like a sign-up form, and then the first 20 people give me their names, give me their GUIDs, or Discord. We put all of those people into a specific Discord channel. The server's got a password on it, and I just quickly take it down, put it up again, and those 2 people join each time. That could be a very fun concept. It's something that has been toyed with the idea for a while, but just because of the way the game works, when you load into the pitch, you might not even... So let's say I've got 4 people in a server rather than 2. If they are just in the game in general, I'm pretty sure it doesn't spawn you where you're meant to spawn. I think it spawns you further back, which obviously you don't want because it gives one person an advantage over the other. I'm sure there's a way of doing it. We'll just have to think of the logistics. Curious to see what this is all about here, because it looks like he's built a little bit of a free-ride area, but I don't know if it loops around or if it just is kind of let's go this way, or if it's kind of just go where you want and see where the track takes you. I mean, so far they're actually built very, very well. And then what if we go around here? We'll follow this dirt path. I'm guessing this is meant to guide us in some way. And then I don't want to hit the ramp. I'll hit this. We never know how these ramps are going to handle. Down there. And then I guess we veer up here to the right. Hill physics, don't do me dirty. Thank you. I should have gone so much faster. Okay, never mind. It worked. It worked absolutely fine. I know there's a little wall ride over there to the left. What's up here? Is this rideable? It is rideable. Little step on. Pull me axle. Wheelie off. Step off. Can I jump on this? Oh, you can. I don't know if you're meant to, but I thought for a second I was going to get so lucky. And then he said there is also a Proboso Slow Physics Test. A Proboso Slow Physics Test Center over here. Here it is. Now, which way? I mean, that looks like a jump face, doesn't it? This way? Yeah, let's go. Oh, this is actually tiny. This could be quite fun. Oh, we're off. We're off. Thank God he hasn't put collisions on the little tape there. Let's just keep her in first gear, nice and slow. Up on the pegs. We're practicing our slow speed physics. We're practicing our trail riding. Just be nice and smooth. Oh, that wasn't smooth. I'm not. Well, I mean, it lives up to its name, doesn't it? Holy. Right. Let's slow her down a little bit. Nice and gentle. This is not a long track by any means. It's just a couple of corners, and I've never set wheels on it before. This is my first time, so I just wanted to try and explore everything that this track has to offer for me. Let's go up here. We'll step up again. I'll be so gentle on the throttle coming up some of these hills. You got to be... Oh! Always faces me going back down the wrong way as well. And you have to be very, very careful about how harsh you're turning, even when it comes to like straightening the bike up when you're going uphill. With like just the smallest inputs on your controller can just lead you to doing 360s. So I suppose it lives up to its name. It's named very, very correctly, and it's so funny that we're at this point now on this game where we know what the game's going to do at any point. We can't help it, we can't fix it, but we can try and do our best to mitigate it. And I think a lot of the time when it comes to getting better at this game, you get to a point where your speed's always just going to be the same, but what you get better at is learning the wonkiness of the game and learning how to counteract it in certain situations, so you can just be more consistent. That's all it is just trying to learn the game's quirks more than anything. Go up here. Just want to try and complete a full lap of this without wadding myself, and then I think that'll be a good little challenge completed. Step down, and whoop, down to the left. Do not overshoot it this time. Slow down more. Lovely stuff. So there you go, a little trip down memory lane here. Some of you guys will have never heard of this track before, and if you haven't and you download it and give it a go, I hope you enjoy it very, very much. If you have heard of it before and it's a nice little refresher, then welcome to the old MX Bikers Club. We're a growing breed now. We're getting older and older, but I can't believe this is almost 3 years old at this point. It's actually disgusting. It doesn't feel that long ago that I was playing it, but no, Jones done a very good job here for a first track as well. He definitely, I mean, he set his sights high. A lot of people just do something very small and simple for their first creation, which I would usually recommend. But no, he had other ideas. He wanted to do something big. He wanted to do something fantasy. And I think now that I'm just trying to enjoy the game more rather than being super competitive all the time, it's so much easier to enjoy a creation like this rather than just hate on it. So big W's all round. Go and check it out. Of course, it will be in the description down below for you if you wish to play it yourself. And I would want to say thank you for everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do drop a cheeky little like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. It's very much appreciated. And have a lovely rest of the day, whatever you're up to. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.
I'm working hard, I'm sacrificing my life, I'm sacrificing my mind, I'm sacrificing my sanity, but most importantly, I'm sacrificing my time. Boy, I feel fine, I feel like I am a king. Honestly, I can't complain. Even with faith that's the size of a grain of some salt, I will still move a mountain and do what I want. I got